Everyone, Roadshow Trucker back at you with another great video, the good, bad, and ugly. Story time, guys. I got a little story to tell you. And for all you new folks, you need to be aware of where you're going to be dispatched. You got to be aware of what towns that have the highest crime. And so we'll get right into it. Was delivering to Chicago, Illinois. Everyone knows Chicago's bad, so before I even took the load, I kind of zoomed in to the 90. The 90 is the location that we're delivering to, and kind of looked at the area, and it looked decent. It didn't look, it's Chicago, right? Still bad. But anyways, I'm coming up going down McKenzie Avenue, McKenzie Arthur Avenue, or McKenzie and 147th, somewhere in that area. And I'm coming, there's a lot of businesses. It's like 4:30 in the morning, right? And a lot of cars are starting to come out, and I'm driving down this road, and everyone knows Chicago roads are real narrow with businesses and parking, so you got to drive real slow. But I pulled up to a stoplight, and and I'm kind of looking around, and to the left of me, an older gentleman starting up his business, turned the lights on and starting to turn the burners on. It's like a little cafe. And in front of me, past the stoplight, is an SUV running with its parking lights or headlights on. And anyways, the light turns green, and I continue on. As I'm continuing on, I see 4 black kids. I say kids because they look to be about 21 years old. But then again, I don't know, because they did have ski masks on, wearing all black, come out of the business, and they are dragging an ATM. A fucking ATM. I can't believe it. And I'm like, holy shit. There's glass all over the sidewalk. And they're acting fast. They're, trying to hurry up. I don't know if they heard the cop sirens or not, because once I got down the road about 4 blocks, here comes Chicago PD. So so the car was behind me for a little bit, a couple cars behind my semi, and it hurried up and turned off. So like I said, they could have heard the sirens and hurried up, and that's why they took off. But man, a close call. They almost got caught. After I delivered, I was getting back on 55, so I went back that same way and come up to a stoplight, and I'm like, wait, isn't this? And I looked over, and there's all the glass on the ground. It was a smoke shop. It was daylight, so I was able to see that it was a smoke shop. And a couple days after, I did Google it, and for sure, it was an ATM that the thieves got. And because I wasn't for sure. I'm like, is it an ATM or is it a safe? I didn't even know what kind of business it was until I went back once the sun came up. But anywho, that's my little story. Always know where you're going. These big cities, Dallas, Chicago, Houston, Texas. Doesn't matter where you go, even Vegas. You just got to know where you're going. So anyways, guys, enough of that. You all know I work for Prime. I haul freight for Prime. I am a lease operator. And things have been going good. Sorry, guys, I just woke up. And freight's been awesome for the last 3 weeks. Been killing it. That's all I can say about that. But I am going home. I got some home time in for Halloween, weekend Halloween. So I will be home on the 31st. For all those that don't know me, I do live 80 miles south of Chicago. So I'm going to get some Halloween time in, and then hit it, get back on the road. Probably go back home for Thanksgiving. I know I have to get back to the terminal for a first oil change on my semi truck, and my APU needs to be serviced. I need to get a belt starting to squeak, and it needs an oil change. So yeah, a lot of stuff. I will stay out if I didn't save for Christmas. I might come back home for the new year. But anywho, that's all she wrote. Things have been going good. I am right now outside of Henderson, North Carolina. I got a delivery that's going to be dropped off at 1 o'clock, so I got a few more hours before I need to start moving. And then after I do that, I need to find a Love's or a Pilot, and I need to get my right side rear tire on my truck looked at. And because I aired up, foremost, my air pressure gauge in the truck has been saying all of my tires are low. And because it's starting to get cold now, so you lose pressure. Once I'm driving for about 20 miles, the tires heat up, and they're still low on pressure, but not as bad. But anyways, I attempted to air them up the other day, and when I pulled the cap for the valve stem, twisted off, I heard air hissing out. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I'm like, fuck it, I ain't doing nothing. So I went over to Love's, and they aired up my tires for free. And he didn't say anything. But I'm questioning, because he went inside and grabbed something and did something with that tire, and then aired it up and says, okay, you're all good. 110 PSI on your steers, 100 PSI on all the other tires. But when I slept that night and took a 10-hour break, it's saying I only have 87 pounds of pressure in that back tire. So I don't know if it has a slow leak. I know a buddy of mine had a problem with, it was the seal for the valve stem. It just had a real small leak. If you aired it up to like 100 pounds of PSI, it would drop down. So I don't know if I'm having the same issue, but I'm going to stop at a truck stop, Love's, Pilot, and have them look at it. Because if I'm driving down the highway and something happens, that's going to be costly. I mean, you're looking at a $500 service fee just to have someone come out and fix a tire. So I'm going to get that looked at. But that's it, man. I wanted to come on and tell you about my Chicago trip. Little story time. Stories are always fun. And that's all I have for right now. We'll catch you guys on the next one.